Some witnesses claim that the British soldiers loaded their weapons with two balls, one atop the other in the barrel, to inflict more damage on their targets. Is it possible that some victims were shot by two musket balls at the same time, fired by the same soldier? Firearms expert Gary James and forensic pathologist Dr. Dave Posey fired musket shots into targets to try to replicate the victim's wounds. The ballistics expert used a special reproduction of a British musket from the period.
It's an exact copy. It's as close as you will ever get to an original early pattern first model Brown vest. It's an absolutely gorgeous job.
According to the autopsy report, Crispus Attucks sustained two wounds in the chest that were at least 8 inches apart.
The first ball has a wound path which would be described as a front to back and downward path. And then the second ball comes in and also has a right to left and front to back and also slightly downward trajectory and appears to pass directly through his body.
The first test attempts to estimate Crispus Attucks' position in the crowd from the Revere diagram and determine exactly how he was killed. Gary James will fire double rounds into targets to try to replicate the 8-inch spread of Attucks' wounds.
You know, it's going to be acting like a shotgun, so the farther away it goes, farther away the target, the wider the spread of the ball is going to be, I'm pretty sure.
How to make sure how the rounds are hitting the target. An ultra-high-speed camera will let Dr. Posey study the gunshots in extraordinary detail by literally slowing down the bullets in midair.
We're actually shooting these at 1,000 frames a second, so we get 1,000 individual shots over 1 second. The whole premise of using high-speed video is to capture something you can't see in real time. It happens so fast that if you would blink your eye, you've missed the shot completely.
In 1770, there was a very real danger that the barrel of a double-loaded musket would burst if not properly loaded. Today, that danger is just as great. James has never fired 2 rounds from the same musket at the same time. He does not know exactly how the gun will react to the double load until a shot is actually fired.
We may end up only doing this once today, we'll see. It could be decidedly unpleasant. Because if you get an air chamber in there, one ball separating from another, you can blow the barrel out. Oh.
You got it.
Gary James fires 3 times. Each time the result is the same. The holes are only a couple inches apart.
There's just no spread.
Yep, the 2-ball theory is evaporated.
Yeah, I think unless he was way, way away.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We could go way back and see what happens. I think, you know, we can eventually probably duplicate it, but I think it'd be so far back, it wouldn't, you know, fit the circumstances.
Attucks was shot at close range. The ballistics tests indicates that at that distance, the bullets from one double-loaded musket would not have spread far enough apart to match the wounds described in the autopsy.
I think 2 weapons were used on this guy. He may have been the secondary target instead of a primary target.
That would slow the bullet down, too.
That would definitely...
And then they could have been closer.
Then they could have been within, say, 30.
Dr. Posey and Gary James conclude that Attucks was shot by 2 rounds fired from separate weapons. And the trajectories of the musket rounds that struck Attucks suggest that the bullet that hit him may have hit someone else first. According to the autopsy report, 1 round did not go straight through Attucks. It changed direction after striking his body. Could the musket ball have been slowed down or deflected after it hit him?